Are you ready? I think you're looking ready, buddy. Let's do it.
Hi, Bowl Bakers. We are currently 7 weeks in quarantine. Our crew are still practicing social distancing at home with their own family. So Kevin and I wanted to invite you back into our kitchen for some breakfast. So it is Kevin behind the camera. We have baby George in the corner, and the attire today is sleepy casual. So if you're looking like this, then we're all on the same page.
I think this is the new business casual, maybe.
I think it's great. Also, we work from home, so we can wear this all the time. But we are going to make something that I think is really great also for smaller families, but also for right now. We're going to make a giant cinnamon roll because Kevin and I don't make a big batch of cinnamon rolls because we will eat them. So what we're going to make is one big giant cinnamon roll that we can possibly share or have one each. The first thing we want to make is our cinnamon roll filling, because you need that to stiffen up a little bit before you spread it and make your dough. So in here we have a little butter. Kevin, would you mind popping that into the microwave and melting it?
All right.
Around 20 seconds.
We are going back. You can see our whole setup here.
Thank you.
And the butter cam.
Thanks for that. Do you know what we're going to do right now is we're going to turn on the oven 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. And the reason that we're going to do that is because these are really fast to make, and I guarantee you that this will be pinging by the time I have these done.
Excellent.
Okie dokie. Still with me, Kev?
Let's do it, Jen.
Okay, into our melted butter, we're going to add in our brown sugar. Bless you, George. Oh, got my lish scale. The recipe for this is on our website in case you're wondering where the written recipe is. Brown sugar in there. Brown sugar just adds kind of a caramel flavor. You have to have brown sugar when you're making cinnamon rolls. A little bit of cinnamon for obvious reasons. And then just give those a little bit of a mix. Now, what I'm gonna do while we are making our dough next, I'm gonna pop this into the fridge because you need this to stiffen up a little bit because you can't put that in your filling. So we're just gonna pop that and get it nice and cold.
Oh great, you can see our messy fridge.
No, don't look at the messy fridge.
Oh, okay. No, it's actually looking pretty good.
It's not, it's disgraceful. Anywho, okay, dough for our cinnamon rolls. Like I said, no yeast. This is, we made this the other day, and Kevin, like they're just really soft. I don't have to tell you, but like they're really soft, buttery, super delicious, like super delicious.
Oh.
Flour. Okie dokie.
So Jen, let me ask this. What does the yeast and no yeast do to a recipe like this?
Well, you have to have a leavening agent, and the only difference is that traditionally cinnamon rolls are a yeasted dough. So you have the leavening agent, so it's a breadier dough. This is a different dough and it's leavened with baking powder. That's our flour, sugar, a little bit of sugar. Funny thing about cinnamon roll doughs is that there's usually very little sugar in them because it has the filling and then the frosting on top. So they're not overly sweet. They shouldn't be anyway. That's that. Now we have a little bit of baking powder. Yeah, do you think that was funny, George? George thinks his mammy is hilarious. A little bit of baking powder. In we go. And of course, we're going to add in a smidge of salt.
And why is that?
Because every recipe needs salt, whether it's sweet or savory. Add that in there.
All baking needs salt.
Yeah. And let me just give it a little mix around. Give that a mix. I think the only time that we have cinnamon rolls is when we go out for breakfast, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we don't tend to make it because again, you have a whole batch. And, you know, we already share all sorts of goodies with people.
We just, we will absolutely like double down on a batch of cinnamon rolls. And it's not necessarily always what you need, but it's something that you want. So we kind of came up with a solution of like, how about you do one big giant cinnamon roll, we can share it. It scratches that itch of like big cinnamon roll, and then you're kind of good. And you can move on with your life. In here, a large egg. Look how happy George is. He's just having a great crack over in the corner. So egg in there. Next we're going to add in, you have two options here. You can do sour cream or yogurt. If you've got sour cream hanging around in your fridge after Taco Tuesday like we do, use that, it's really great. If you're going to use yogurt, use plain yogurt. If you use Greek yogurt, you can absolutely do that, but it's much thicker. And then Kevin, a little splash of vanilla extract because we're fancy like that. See, the good thing about a big giant one is that you can still have savory and sweet. You don't just have to commit to the one thing. We're gonna whisk that up, Kevin, with a fork. Do you know what I just realized?
What's that?
I could have gotten away with this and kept going, but I almost forgot to add in my butter into my flour. So, wet ingredients, dry ingredients. Now add your butter into your flour, like you didn't forget it. And what you want to do here is just rub it in until it resembles coarse breadcrumbs. So because we're in quarantine and it's just Kevin and I here and we're back filming again, a few weeks ago we did an episode and we made oat pancakes. So they were pancakes that were made with just a few ingredients and no flour. And we did that impromptu, just like this one. We shot it on iPhones, just like we're doing now in our jammies. And people really liked it. So we thought we'd invite you back into our kitchen to have breakfast again. Okay, Kev, butter's in there.
Okay, let's add it in.
Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. Add in the majority of your liquid, but just hold a little bit back, okay?
And why is that?
Because with all doughs, don't add in all of the ingredients, all of your liquid. Hold a little bit back until you know you need it all. You might not need all of the liquid. It might be your flour, it could be your yogurt was thicker than mine, but you might not need it all. So just hold a little bit back until you know that you do need it all. And I do need to add in this little bit extra. But the thing about it is if you hold it back at the beginning, you can always add it in after. You can't take it out. And it's really difficult then to work with your dough if it's too wet. So let's have a little look here, Kevin. See, look at that. Do you see what I mean? That would have made a big difference to your dough. It could have made it quite difficult to handle. And it's not that the ingredients were weighed out wrong, it was that you just didn't need it. So just bring your dough all together like this.
There's the oven.
So we have a ball of dough, we've got a clean bowl. Those are my rules, you know that. A little bit of flour on our workspace. And you want to roll this not too thick, but nice and long. A little bit of flour on my rolling pin. So I'm just gonna do it, make it a little bit thinner. Nice and long. So you're talking around 4 inches by like 18, 20 inches, something like that.
Gotta get it nice and long.
Yeah, you gotta get nice and long because it's a big guy. And if it gets too thick, just push it back in like this. And let me grab my butter. So you only need to put your cinnamon butter in the fridge for like around 10 minutes because you need to get it like kind of nice like this, so it's spreadable. If it's too runny, it will leak out of your cinnamon roll and that will make it really a messy situation. Usually with cinnamon rolls, Kevin, do you know what I always say?
What's that?
To do it kind of away, like, you know, maybe a few centimeters away from the border. But for this cinnamon roll, you want to bring it all the way to the border. So you want to be able to see that cinnamon butter coming out. So there's our filling, we're all good to go. So now all we have to do is just roll. Not too tight, just give it a little bit of a pull. Oh my gosh, Kevin, look at the size of this thing.
It is giant for sure.
I think. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There we go. One giant cinnamon roll. Here I have my little cake pan. So you're going to want to put this into a cake pan that will hold it. So this is 6 inches. We're going to put it in there and stand it up. And hopefully it'll bake out into the tin. So this is looking really good. I'm delighted with it. Kevin, what can we not go without?
Our frosting.
Cream cheese frosting, you got it. So have a nice room temperature cream cheese. Okay, some room temperature butter, look at like that. You want this really nice and softened. Just give these a little whisk together first. What's going on, George?
Uh-oh, getting to be nap time.
Powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract. Add more flavor. I adore vanilla extract, especially in cream cheese frosting. And all you want to do is just mix these together. Here we go. Now, all you have to do is just pop this into the fridge until your cinnamon roll comes out of the oven. We're almost there, Kevin. So while our cinnamon roll was in the oven, somebody got a little bit sleepy, so they went down for a nap. And it's been around 35 minutes and our cinnamon roll is done. It's gorgeous and golden brown, look at that. I let it cool down for around 15 minutes in the tin, but it's still warm, nice and fresh. Kevin, check that bad boy out.
That is gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. Watch this. Slather it with cream cheese frosting.
Hey, the more the merrier. Slather it on.
Oh my gosh. There's definitely the right ratio of cream cheese frosting that there is to cinnamon roll. Oh wow, look at that. Kevin, there's no doubt about it. We're gonna have our work cut out for us splitting this between the two of us.
Oh, I know we can do it.
Oh, I know we will. Kevin, come and taste this before it all gets eaten.
Okay, I will. All right, how do we dig in?
I think you just, like, look at that. You see that? Oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
I think you just go for it.
Let's do it.
Do you want a fork or are you just gonna like?
You know what? I'm just gonna
double
go
down?
for it. I'm gonna take a bit here.
Oh my gosh. And it's still like warm in the center.
Man.
Look at that. You know what you can do?
What's that?
Pull away the layers. Like,
That's a good idea. There's so many layers here. One giant cinnamon roll. Cream cheese frosting is incredible.
super delicious.
I did what you do, which is I took too big of a bite. It's okay. You outdid yourself again, Gem.
Kevin, this is insane.
So good.
I think we're in trouble. I really hope you guys try this. No yeast, really easy to make, and a fantastic big and bold breakfast.
Hope you enjoy.
We'll see you back here really soon. What will we make for breakfast next time?
I don't know, you tell us.